Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance, where today we are going to take the Tainted Forgotten to the Beast, and then we'll only have Delirium left, and I for one am very excited about the prospect of doing Delirium with this character, but to the point that I don't want to do it today. Instead, we'll just see if this is doable. I really don't know. I'm a little concerned about the boss fight against the beast, if I'm being honest, but we'll see. I mean, Dogma's gonna be fine, I guess, because the TV is just gonna be in one place anyway. I can just put the bones there and wish him luck as he's swinging about, but the actual beast fight, I don't know about that. That's pretty neat. That insta-kills Mom's foot, so that does have its uses. Although we will actually be able to have to carry it into the boss fight, and we also need to have a full card or some other kind of teleportation as we leave that place, so it's definitely not guaranteed that we're going to be able to make use of it, but we'll see, I suppose. Soul hearts with this character we can just pick up every single time because we don't have red hearts. We're clearing these rooms pretty quickly, so that's nice, and we have a very low amount of money. There might be a secret room next to the item room there. If we could get the Mr. Boom, that'd actually be kind of okay as far as active items go, but unfortunately not. Pills, not great so far, but we've only tried one, so who knows. Yeah, I'm feeling fairly confident about this. Yeah, there you go. Not the worst secret room. 4 coins in there. Let's just blow up this one as well. 5 more. Getting pretty close to something being affordable here. There is still a golden chest. I went in here by accident. I kind of just walked in there without thinking about it, but sure, we have this now. I don't think that really works the way I want it to with this character, but I'm willing to try it. The Bible's there. If I just press this, yeah, it takes. He gets a little bone as well. That's cute, and he moves around with me. That's actually kind of interesting as an item. The only downside is that it costs soul hearts to use, which I don't really care too much for. So I might just leave that one alone, but it's an interesting one for sure. I'm guessing if I use it again, I just created another one, right? Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. I'm gonna take the Bible with me instead, though. Kind of makes the devil card basically redundant at this point, but still something. Even more flight. I mean, now we have the wings on the bones, which is kind of interesting. Let's just see if we can do this. I mean, those little friends over there are going to die, but it might as well at least try to use them a little bit, you know? Never really get the chance with this character to do stuff like this, so might as well have a little bit of fun with it as well. There we go, 3 more bombs. We have a trinket in our boss room, whether we want to do anything with it or not. I don't know if there was maybe a super secret room here? Yeah, there is. Nice. I suppose you could use this. No. That's a shame. 2 bombs for the price of 1. Not bad. All in all, fair enough, I suppose. Yeah, definitely regret going into the item room. I mean, it's kind of nice to at least see the item to see how it works with the character, but not really going to do anything with it, so yeah, just not very excited by it. I guess I should, if I'm trying to go for planetariums, I should probably at least take the mother route more, I suppose. That does make sense. But I might not. You know what? Sometimes it's kind of nice to just have a chill route to wherever it is you want to go. And I can kind of appreciate that. These friends don't deal that much damage per hit, unfortunately. Which, you know, that's fair enough, I suppose. But it does make it a little bit tricky to use. I'm surprised they're still alive. I know that I haven't had them for that long, so they haven't had that much chance to take that much damage yet, I suppose. But still, just used to them dying very quickly as Tainted Eve. And that is the standard that I am now used to when it comes to these little creatures. But yeah, apparently they can have their uses if you just give them a cool club. So that's nice. They're surviving a surprisingly large amount of hits, actually. Causes 8 poison farts with brown creep. That plants trail of 7 butt bombs. Yeah, that's exciting. I mean, the butt bomb thing is basically explosive diarrhea, which, if this grants Seraphim, I don't suppose it's also then It doesn't give me the 2 soul hearts, unfortunately. I don't think Seraphim is really... Oh, it does actually give you the little friend. That's Seraphim. Not the transformation. The friend. Fair enough, I suppose. Gives it a little bit of extra damage, ultimately, which I guess is fine. That is a booster pack, which I don't care that much about, but I'd buy it if I could. Little bit more tempted by the health, admittedly, but perhaps we'll just buy none of it because we don't have any money, and everything that looks like it would have a lot of money seems to just have trinkets inside it, which is not ideal. Just gonna hang out here in the corner, I think. It's a little bit trickier to use this as a weapon, but we can pretend I'm holding the weapon now, so that's fun. I'm really surprised those things haven't died. I've seen them take damage multiple times, and I feel like they should be at like 1 health at this stage. But maybe the soul heart ones just work a little bit differently or something. Because they are surviving somehow, and I do not really understand how. It doesn't seem to follow the standard logic of eventually they'll just have 1 health and become effectively useless. But I can appreciate it, I suppose. I do need to be a little careful with my health from this point on, I feel, but... Because now I'm just playing a really bad regular Forgotten, damage-wise. And also occasionally my bones get stuck behind stonies, which is not ideal. I'm just gonna keep throwing this thing. Let's just do this instead. I feel like this is the better option. There we are. Once again, we'll probably just be going for angel rooms as well, especially since we found the Bible as well. It just makes it far more likely that we're gonna get that transformation. I think that's probably the best way to go right now. Some weird movement is happening when I'm hitting with these tiny friends over here. They're also swinging kind of oddly at times, which is not ideal, but we can make it work. Can these throw as well? Oh, they can. That's cute. Very nice. There you go. We can now heal red hearts. Very good. I really don't know where my secret room is, because I tried that one place, and it's one of them basement floors where everything goes, so let's just keep going. We don't have any keys, so we cannot even go to the mother route even if we wanted. So that's exciting. Let's just see if we can make this work out. I, for one, am feeling confident, especially since these little clubby friends that we have apparently decided that their life will not end. And I, for one, can appreciate that. I kind of like having a melee attack as this character. That's some more soul hearts. That's not a secret room. Could have explored a little bit more before using the bomb, but where's the excitement in that? I want to be excited at all times during a run. I want to just really physically be assaulted after a run. And truth be told, whenever I finish like a Tainted Jacob run, I genuinely feel horrible. It's one of those characters that really gets to me in a weird way, and I do not really care for it. And it's surprising. It's the only character I feel, even with Tainted, like what's his name, Tainted Lost being who he is. It's still very difficult to play as Tainted Lost, but it feels very different. That's good. As an experience to play as Tainted Jacob for some reason. I think it's just basically the same thing as with Jacob and his sound, and it's just very overwhelming the entire time. Where with Tainted Lost, it's still quite overwhelming, but it's a very different kind of overwhelming, I feel. I'm only getting trinkets. What is happening with these things? God. Alright, I'm tempted by this, just because I'd like to just have more keys, and we're not really getting that many keys. The Joker card is also quite tempting. I think I'm just gonna blow up the boss here with the Soul of Blue Bab. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a big old mess, isn't it? Yeah, look at that. That's the Soul of the Blue Baby. It certainly does something. All my melee friends have died because of that. It was apparently rather tricky to keep them alive through that ordeal, which is fair enough. Ooh, yes. Very good. What do I want to do with... I don't really want to bother with the angels. Admittedly, it probably is a good idea to get the key pieces, get some extra angel room chance, all that good stuff, but you know what? I just don't want to bother with it. Don't want to spend the time. I do want to look around a little bit though, because I'm curious if a planetarium spawned. It can technically spawn with a 20% chance. It can technically spawn with like a 1% chance, so, you know. Maybe today is gonna be the day that we see a planetarium. I've seen planetarium with 1% chance as well. Like, those things just happen sometimes. And they're nice when they do. That's probably an item room. Might be a library technically, I suppose, but I'm going to assume it is an item room. And just be on my way. On account that we haven't seen the item room yet, and I think that's just a valid way of measuring these things. I don't think I had another teleportation card, so I'm just gonna open these. That's neat. That's some extra planetarium chance on the next floor as well. Hanged Man. How does that work with this character? Ooh, interesting. It gives a triple shot club. And enemies drop coins when they die. And they actually do this time rather than just pretending. So that's also kind of nice. Rather than it just says that it does, it actually works. I forget where that actually happened, but it has certainly happened in the past, and I did not like it. But yeah, this is a pretty good way to make money then. Not bad, not bad. Suddenly we're back at 29 coins. Seems like a pretty good deal. I think we had not yet found a secret room. I was gonna say I thought we did, but we definitely didn't. Unfortunately, Hanged Man ran out. That's okay. Just gonna lure him in the corner here and not get any money for their demise. And then most likely enter a secret room here. There we are. This Holy Mantle is gonna be the only reason this run is going to be successful, isn't it? I have gotten hit a lot of times ever since getting it. But only once in every room, so it's not too bad for sure. Might as well. Speed up, range down. I think that's okay. As far as characters goes, this one's not too terrible to get a range down on as long as you can kind of keep it on a reasonable level. We have had runs with this character where we had a range up to the point where it was basically unusable, so don't mind it. Onwards we go. Hopefully we can try not to eat an amnesia pill on this floor and keep... Nope, never mind. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Never mention your map in an Isaac run. The game knows, the game feels it, and it takes it away. And it's never fun. It's never a good time when it does. Admittedly, I have 1 million coins and no other consumables, which again makes me kind of happy that I bought that one item to just open locked doors with my coins. Because it just makes it a little bit better, doesn't it? Now, finding the shop might be a little bit troublesome because of that though, because I'm guessing the door to the shop and the door to the item room are going to look more or less identical. Which is not great, but simultaneously, we have decent chances for things and things. We did find the shop, so that's good. Because to my understanding, if I put 10 coins in here, it'll give me more Angel Room chance. I didn't know it was specifically 10 coins, but apparently it is. I say I didn't know that. There was a comment about that like weeks ago, maybe months at this point, but it was a while ago. But I remembered. And I'm still happy with the information regardless. One extra secret room per floor while held. There's Hangman again. Ace of clubs. I'll use that here. Could look for a big room. I chose not to. Could use Hangman. Don't really have a reason not to, really. Because it is a good way to make money. 1 coin in the 2... Or 1 key in the 2 key room I was about to say, but instead... It was 2 keys in the 2 key room. We also got our bomb back. And 1 coin. So ultimately, we gained on that deal. Technically we did. I think I'm going to leave this floor. I am sick of it. I look forward to having a map once more, because quite frankly, I am not about this life at all. I am about the life of being able to see where I'm going, and maps assist me with that ordeal. And I am not properly assisted at this present time. We did have decent tier rate. That horse pill probably did help out a lot, though. Gonna place a bomb there for fun. Doesn't really do that much. This is the cage version champion of the boss, unfortunately, but all in all, we're dealing decent damage here. There went our Holy Mantle as per usual. Don't worry about it. There we go. Easy boss fight if he just doesn't move. Meet Angel Room with a wafer inside. I mean, the other items are fine, but wafer is the wafer. It works really well. It's a very powerful item. I'm very pleased about it. 76% chance of a planetarium. I look forward to getting it in the next floor. Tiers down. That's not great. Some mapping would be kind of nice, but at least being able to see our map right now, I can appreciate. I did say previously, never mention your map, and now I'm mentioning it again. 4 keys for free. Cool. There's our shop again. We do keep finding our shop at least, so that's good. Come on. Do we have a greed? No. We have a restock though. Which we can't really make use of on this floor, but still it's there. Once again, we'll just put a couple of coins in here since we have plenty of money for it. There we are. 54% chance of an angel room. I should use that strat more often. It is actually fairly effective, I feel. Because it's quite a significant amount of percentage you actually get for doing that. So that's cool. That's neat. That's swell. I could just do the boss now, but might as well explore a little bit more just in the faint hope that we can actually find some kind of good stuff. Some kind of coin beggar or something to give us that little bit more chance required to open the door. Maybe there's a planetarium somewhere. We can finally enter our item rooms again. That'd be exciting, wouldn't it? That sure would be exciting. You're absolutely right about that. I'm excited at the prospect of the idea. Okay, let's play it a little bit carefully. I'm not insta-killing these little worms. Most days, some of them a little bit nicer, but I think occasionally they survive a hit somehow. And again, I do not care for it. Larry Jr. is kind enough to die in one hit. Larry Jr. is a friend. The little wormies, they are not. They are the opposite of friends. They are the worst of the worst. God, I am dealing 0 damage with this build. I have a lot of protection. But good God, my damage could be helped. It could be helped. That's what we're going for. And of course, I could enter an item room and just try to get something cool. I could get a damage uphill. It doesn't exist, but still, it would be nice. We could get a planetarium. That actually does make the item room a little bit more interesting. Pluto. I mean, will be small. And that's to say, the bones will be small. I won't be, apparently. Oh my god. No. No, that's fine. I skipped so many item rooms just to be greeted with something that changes rocks. You dare insult me like this, game. I do not appreciate it. Am I really gonna look for something, or am I just gonna run to the boss room and hope for the best? Because quite frankly, we have a pretty decent chance of the door opening. I could look for a secret room or something, I suppose. We have 3 bombs. Yeah, don't need more than that. That's a good amount of bombs to find one secret room with. We're gonna insta-kill Mom's foot anyway, so we don't need to worry about that. All in all, everything's gonna be fine. There's a tears uphill just right there. Might as well just verb that as well. You never know if we get some other type of tears down now. It'll be maybe different. That's cool. Not loving this boss, but at the same time, as this character, I can just hang out in the corner and not worry about a thing for the most part. As long as those poops don't get close to me, we're gonna be okay. I was gonna say, little surprise none of those projectiles hit me because some was getting real close, but not close enough. This is awkward as heck. I was so positive about this fight at the start, and now everything's just falling apart. Look how slightly out of range I am at all times. That'll do. Hey, maybe a little bit more damage than I should have taken, but we'll get 3 hearts back when we sleep into bed at the end. It'll be okay. That's a damage up. That's something. That's it. Both good. Yeah. That is called 2 items that I want. We're gonna go devil deals. It's a damage up. I might go see if there was a soul heart in our shop because... No. Because now I'm a little bit in a health predicament. I could look around the floor for a little bit, I suppose. But it's a little concerning. Just a little. But my damage is amazing. Also, the shield, while it protects the bones, I'm pretty sure I'm invulnerable during it. So that's pretty good. I don't know where my super secret room is. I really don't know where my super secret room is, actually. Which is to say, it can only be in one... Well, it could be in the big room. If it's in the big room, then I give up. But if it's here, then I will not give up. Because it opens. And it has a whole bunch of extra bombs inside, so I'd say that was probably worthwhile. Gonna hopefully be able to use restock on the next floor to try and get some extra hearts. Marts, yes. Maybe some mapping to go back to the starting rooms a little bit easier during the ascent. I genuinely have no idea which... which things I have to do. Yep, don't know which things I have to do. Don't know which item rooms I need to go back into during the ascent is the longer version of that sentence. The director's cut version, if you will. There is my full card. Very nice. Ace of clubs. Also quite nice since there's quite a large room over here with a lot of enemies inside, so very nice. As long as I manage not to use this full card by accident, we're gonna be in a pretty good position bomb-wise, so that's good. I am still slightly concerned about fighting any boss, including the final ones, the horsemans, during the fight at the end, but we're gonna see if it works out. My damage is pretty good. My damage, my swingy hurts quite significantly at this point. So we got that going for us. We can find our secret rooms. There was only one hand, like there's some good stuff happening. But I'm still a little bit concerned about it. Also, part of me is a little tempted to go for the sacrifice room, but it seems like it is not a good idea. But it would be an exciting idea for sure. And sometimes you gotta go with excitement. We do have that shield happening every now and then as well from the empty soul or whatever. And that is obviously quite nice as well. Ooh, I'm in a bad spot. Let's try to get ourselves in a good spot while we do this fight rather than just run wildly. It is fun to run wildly with this character though. It is fun to just go, you know? Just throw your friend and then immediately just run after it and hope for the best. Yeah, we're gonna hold so many things. That's a Soul of Isaac. That's not bad at least. We are now at least capable of holding 2 things, so all in all. Not technically the worst. It's maybe a little bit difficult to use, but we can probably find a way. God, the shield. Some Devil Deal items are still just incredible if you are a character with just soul hearts or like the Lost or something. It's a shame that there's actually just so much nonsense in the Devil Deal and that a large amount of them are weighted in a way that you probably don't want to bother with them. That Angel Room just have a tendency of just being better because the items are free. Even if they're bad, at least, you know, you can just grab them. And that's why Angel Rooms have just become so much more interesting. Are you actually serious? A second planetarium? Alright, yeah. Yeah, the old classic 2 planetarium run. Technically possible with that 1%. I did say earlier that I had seen a 1% planetarium before. What I have not seen before is 2 planetariums in the same run. And being able to enter both of them. So, you know. New times aplenty in this game. It's always exciting. Incredible. I mean, Venus as well is so nice because enemies just don't bother you most of the time. They usually just run into each other and kill themselves. Let's check this out first. Yeah, I figured. If enemies are alone, it's definitely a worse item, but any instance where there's multiple enemies, it's just so nice. It's such a good item. So I appreciate that. Tears up, speed down. Definitely not worth it. Since tears up didn't happen because my tears are so high. And we did skip a room. We got... At least we got 50% off, so that's kind of nice, I suppose. Makes the potential shop on the next floor a little bit more interesting. Hopefully we get a devil deal once again, so we can not have hearts for the remainder of the run. We will see. We have the full card. We're fighting moms. Not loving this particular... Well, I guess if I can just put my friend over here because of the shield. It's not too bad. I think if I stand in like a specific spot, I can make the hand come out, right? It's a little fiddly. I can also, I guess, just go here. Come on. This, on the other hand, not fiddly at all. Doesn't require any reactions. Ah, not a friend. Ah, still not a friend. And we didn't get a devil deal. That's fine. Let's just leave. Always be silent during that moment. It's important that you hear all of it. But we are well on our way. We have low health, but we have a wafer. We have a little bit more health now with the Eternal Heart. I think that's Bookworm. Yep. Is this... Yeah, this doesn't actually do anything because how the jump activates on the bones rather than on me. So yeah, because of the flight as well, you don't even get to see the jumping animation when I press the button. But look at this Venus right here. Just have a whole room of enemies just run into each other until there's only one left. Or until, you know, they walk into a wall repeatedly, but either way. They even managed to all die at the same time. Glorious. I feel like I'm not going to need this much money at this stage. Unless there is no greed in my shop. However, that's certainly not guaranteed. I mean, it's gonna be difficult to get back into this room, but is 1 health worth it? I can re-roll it, but it still wouldn't be that interesting, I feel. Yeah. Careful, man. Careful with these flames. Yeah, I don't know. For having to fight the bosses in this floor in particular, it is kind of a tricky floor in general. Boss-wise, can I just throw like a... Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, that was a terrible idea. There you go. Throw the bones and believe in yourself. Necronomicon working out. Extra health from a random red chest. Don't mind that either. Things are looking okay. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for a button that would kill the enemies and not a button that would just open a battery. It's nice to create a bridge, I guess, but I have so many methods of flight available to me right now that perhaps it's not entirely necessary. Oh, this is spook. Oh, I have a shield. Never mind. Nothing spooky about it. It's just that my shield is not very visible at times. Oh, we actually made a full-time friend. I don't know what that does as this character, but I'm curious to learn. However, might as well see what the other item is first. There we are. Nope. Oh yeah, there's definitely no super secret room there. But it would have been nice. I actually should probably find my shop first. That doesn't sound like the strangest idea. The fly died to a spike, so that's good. Very nice, very useful. Very pleased. And I'm just gonna continue my streak of just running past everything, especially when a shield just randomly activates as well. I mean, you might as well, you know. Use a Necronomicon every now and then, forget about champions existing, and have a great day. Alright, we're taking that. we're taking that. Ooh, we're taking that. Ladder, obviously. That battery is... Alright, I should not have done that. That just makes the ability to buy anything there disappear. So that's maybe not the greatest idea I ever had, but oh well. And a very expensive PhD. Well, alright. Not too terrible. All in all, don't mind the stopwatch. Definitely gonna make life a little bit easier for sure. I'm just gonna throw my bones in the corner there a couple times to get whatever's in there. Maybe I should bother with those. Whatever it was. Keys? Was it? What was it? Yeah, key. I mean, it's free, isn't it? Also, look at that. Ooh, fun. No. Well, we did our best. I should use Soul of Isaac in the shop. Because I guess there is a decent number of items in there, isn't it? Yeah.
Soul of Isaac.
Yeah, not a bad idea, was it? Not a terrible idea at all. I did not mean to touch that, but fair enough. I don't particularly need the whatever I was holding anymore. Maybe I should have gone with the candle thinking about it, but oh well. I'm sure we'll be okay. Maybe I should have at least taken a pill. Since now a placebo is just nothing, but... Ah well.
How can you have spent our savings?
Not worried about it. Oh, a little worried about this. Yeah. I'm struggling to kill this friend. Jeez. There you go. I don't know why I went in this direction. I could see the item room. Let's just take this. X-Lax. Very nice. Once per room. Very good. The red stew is going to make this fairly bearable. How many syringes do I have? I have one. And panic is really not going to do much of... Or adrenaline is really not going to do much of anything because it only works for missing red health. So that's just nothing for me, really. So let's just run along. Yep. Didn't pick up my friend. Let's try it again. Ooh, they froze. Right, because of the Play-Doh cookie. Yeah, that's going to be exciting. Quickly grab that through the brimstone. Never be afraid. There is a tinted rock here. Don't know if I should bother with it. Because really the only thing on my mind right now is the red stew. Doubt we're going to be able to carry that all the way to the boss, but we'll might as well try. Bosses like this also make that a little bit trickier as well. But we do have a large quantity of bombs to work with. We should probably visit some of the item rooms still, but the fact that we can see all of them thanks to that one lucky compass at the end should make that fairly doable. So that's good. Right, that's the one I did visit. Very good. These enemies, I can... Somehow those enemies killed each other. That's surprising since I didn't know they even had an attack that could damage each other, but fair enough, I guess. I'll take it. I don't want to do this room. I want to keep my red stew as long as possible. There we go. We only went through normal floors, so the floors that we're going to visit here shouldn't be too difficult compared to the mother route as per usual, so that's nice. Some of those, that's very easy. I'm still just going to go to that item room though, because I don't really have a reason not to, I feel. It is fairly close to me anyway, so might as well. We will have to re-bomb through that room afterwards, but I think that's probably still... alright, yeah. It's probably more interesting than an X-Lax I wasn't using, so, you know, something. It doesn't really work against any of the bosses we're gonna fight, but maybe we'll fight like, there's like a handful of bosses that insta-die to the cleaver, and I can tell you, I don't remember which ones. Certainly would have been good to remember that one. But I did not. Nope. That's a stat reroll, and it's unreliable. There's a lot of talking going on. Let's just get these ones to fly into each other. Very nice. Venus. Being what Venus is. I guess these spiders are also just gonna run into each other for the most part, but they're also just a little bit hard to navigate. So maybe we shouldn't bother with it too much. big room, one adjacent room. I think we can all guess how this is going to go. This is a big floor. Jeez. Didn't expect to see such a big floor on any of these places, but fair enough, I suppose. Basement 2, the... Alright, sure. That's a big range up, actually. I don't know if I should have taken that. But at the same time, our range isn't, like, ridiculous. And our range has been going down a bit more than perhaps ordinarily it would have. So maybe it wasn't actually a bad idea to take that. As long as it doesn't get too ridiculous, it's fine. I don't want to bomb through this 100 times. Let's just kill Monstro here. It's not like it takes particularly long to kill Monstro while all of this stuff is active anyway. But I would have gone through the wrong door. Would have been a waste of time. There we go. Anytime there's basically just 2 rooms that I can go into, it's probably best to just clear the room. Nice and quick. So I don't have to keep bombing back and forth. At this point though, maybe I should consider it. Simply due to the fact that this is the last floor and probably not going to need bombs as much anymore. Is my hope. Nope, that's unfortunate. Oh, these enemies are just going to kill themselves, I guess. Not as much as I would have hoped. It went a little bit worse. That is a big floor. I did not expect the floor to be that big, and also not for the enemy to knock my bomb away. I guess we're killing some enemies regularly. After all, because we're running out of bombs. Wow, that is a tanky enemy right there. It's not like this takes particularly long, but it still does feel longer than throwing a single bomb at times. Even if it probably isn't always. Oh my god, this is a big dead end. Well, I guess we're going to this item room then, because I went all this way, you know? Maybe it's worthwhile. Maybe it'll be good. I'm not expecting it to, but theoretically, it could be Polyphemus. If it's not, I'm gonna be disappointed. I already You're right. I entered this item room by accident at the start of the run. That did happen at one point, didn't it? Where am I going? Oh, God. Really should have just gone here. Oh my god, it's right near the start of the floor as well. That's mean. All of that walking, and what do we get? We get a nasty result like that. I could sleep in the bed. It would give me, like, maybe slightly more health, but I don't care. We're doing well enough, I would say. Get that extra life just in case, but somehow I'm feeling confident, and so Mom's Pearls will give us the health that I was missing regardless, so it's all good. Now this part I'm not too concerned about, because I don't think anything's really gonna happen here unless I run into a tier or something like that. It is the phase after this that I'm a little concerned about, and every single horseman. But we'll see. We got a shield right now, so we can also just do this and just hang out. Not worry about a single thing because my bones got shields on them. I wonder if that attack always attacks the bones, actually. That, like, holy light thing. Would be kind of neat. This is going to be an absolute nightmare to actually get him to hit anything, but I moved the bones away. Yeah, this is somewhat fiddly. Venus might actually kill this boss quite effectively as well, though. Also, I have stopwatch, so, I mean, it's basically just... As long as I can move somewhat, we should be okay. And admittedly, that is a big if, but we're not impossible. We have a shield again, because, quite frankly, that one Devil Deal item that we picked up is incredible when you have just soul hearts. You get so many shields, and they last quite a while. The red stew has unfortunately run out, but this attack allowed me to get so much damage in that it really does not matter. Very good. Very nice. Now I feel like if we can beat the first horseman, maybe we'll be okay, because this first one is one I'm mostly concerned about. At least the bones also just stay in one place. That's, I guess, kind of appreciated. I don't know if that's because I have flight or just because that's how the bones work, but god, it would have actually been pretty much horrendous if it didn't. If it just sort of fell down immediately, that would pretty much make it unwinnable, I suppose. Not really unwinnable, but certainly just horrendous. Because you could, well, you'd have to continuously jump into lava to pick the bones up again, I suppose. Yeah, that would actually be pretty much unplayable, I guess. How am I still in range? Wow, that range lasted a lot longer than I expected. Okay, maybe I overestimated how difficult this is when doing an estimation of this, because quite frankly this is going fine. Having Venus just make all the flies be dead as well seems kind of nice. Not loving that he's just flying backwards the entire time, but it's not like he's going like especially away from me either. It's just he's just going somewhere. Pretty much regardless of where I'm standing, he seems to just be going backwards. Is it just because I'm so close to him? Somehow I'm also still charming enemies from this far away, which that doesn't seem right. That might not actually be because of Venus, but it might actually be the Play-Doh cookie, because I don't think Venus works on the bones? I don't know if that's accurate. But I feel like I've not seen it work on the bones consistently throughout the run, at least. I just ran in that. And then I get a shield again, so you know what, fair enough. Yeah, this might actually, like, this went from I'm a little concerned about this fight to this might actually be the least interesting beast fight that I've had in a bit, because it all seems to be working out fairly well, if I'm being honest. As long as I just sort of work around my bones, then things seem to be working out okay. But we'll see. Maybe Deaths has a nasty surprise. He is kind of moving weirdly. There you go. Death hit me. No wonder he shakes his head at the start of the fight, thinking he's better than everyone else. It's because he is, so far, the most effective of the horsemen. But unfortunately for him, my shields are never ending. They're a little bit difficult to see right now because of the whole death situation, but I mean, it's bones within bones. That's where bones are supposed to be, right? Come on. Yeah, we lost 1 heart. I mean, we would have lost 2 hearts if we did not have wafers, so, you know. That's something to consider. I can use X-Lax against the beast. See if that works. It was unsurprisingly ineffective. Also, I once again have a shield, so I can just sort of fly around. No, nothing matters. I'm continuously getting shields because of 1 item in my arsenal that is carrying this entire run, apparently. This part does make it look a little bit weird. That's effectively what it looks like if you're normally in that location, which is why I usually try to avoid it, because it can be a little uncontrollable, as you might be able to imagine. I guess I can just throw bombs as well. Those will just insta-explode against the beast anyway, and that's lovely. And the shield activated. I can't actually pick up my bones even if I wanted to right now. Oh, maybe if I really tried. But I'd have to really put some effort in there. And quite frankly, it might just not be worthwhile. There's nothing to say about this. It's just swinging the bone around for a long period of time, and I mean, I am technically trying to dodge stuff, I suppose, but at this point I'm just Tokyo drifting my way around this universe and believing in myself, and quite frankly that seems to be doing the trick just fine. Wow. What a time. Well then, we did it. We unlocked Isaac's tomb, which does something at the start of floors. It's an active, it's not an active item, it's a passive item, I think, but that's one more thing done as a Forgotten. He just needs Delirium now, which I'm not loving the idea of, but we'll get that done when we get that done. It's at least a goal, I suppose, and not the worst thing in the world. It's just a little bit irritating if you get a particularly slow run, but I feel like this character doesn't really get those. He's usually quite swift. I guess mostly because of the flight and the ridiculously high damage, but either way. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Next time we play, we'll be doing another run with a different character. And I hope to see y'all there. Bye-bye.